Welcome to MMA on the Rocks. My name is Bill Welker, and you are listening to Picks and Pours, episode 73. It might be 74, either 73 or 74. We're coming off of a fight night last week. We got UFC 322 coming up this weekend in my home state at Madison Square Garden. Jack Della Maddalena puts his title on the line against the lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev. Before we get to any of that, also, by the way, today's Thursday, November 13th, for those of you keeping track. Before we get to any of that, let me introduce and welcome back to the show after, I think, a 5-week hiatus, Matt the Mechanic. What's going on, Matt?
Not much, Bill. I saw a bird today. I'm glad to be back.
You saw a bird today?
Yeah.
We live in Florida. There's birds everywhere.
Well, that's good, Bill. I was test driving a customer's car, and it had on NPR this morning, and they were talking about the new relationship challenge, and you just passed it.
What, you just randomly mentioned you saw a bird to see if I was listening?
Yeah, you just say, I saw a bird, and if the person just glances over it, then it's not a good relationship. But if they ask you about it, then they're attuned to your feelings. So good job, Bill.
Oh, wow. Even though I was just making fun of you for your cut on your hand. I guess I'm in tune. I'm in tune with your feelings about birds.
Yeah.
Not your physical health.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be back. Sorry I missed a couple weeks. I was in Miami for work. Went and saw Big J Okerson last week. Probably would have been had more fun here. I realize I don't like comedians that do only crowd work.
Is that all he does?
Well, he told one joke, so.
All right. Was it a good joke at least?
No, it was about the election.
Yeah, that's low-hanging fruit.
Old low-hanging, like the rotten fruit.
Yeah.
It was about the, remember like the Kamala Harris ad or the Trump ad bashing Kamala Harris for doing sex changes in prisons or something?
Oh, yeah.
That was the joke, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gotta brush up his material a little bit, sounds like.
I don't know. Maybe he just sells tickets. We were also like the first night or the first show of like a 7-night or 7 shows he did during the weekend. So maybe he was just, I don't know, didn't want to burn it all on the first night.
He was just digging for stuff with the crowd work.
Yeah, I guess I don't mind crowd work, but he only, I'm not going to mention what it was because it's not really appropriate, but he only hammered one group of people over and over and over again with the same joke.
Oh, okay. If it's not appropriate for this show, it must be really bad. So you'll have to tell me after.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. You hear that noise? I guess we got a pack of coyotes outside right now.
Oh, boy. Those are dangerous animals.
Yeah, and my defense system is activated, so.
Oh, good.
I apologize.
Sick them on them. I want to eliminate every coyote in the county.
Well, I'll try to keep them over here. There's no chickens over in this part.
Just open your window and start shooting.
It's frowned upon. I would love to, but
it's legal if you say they were attacking you.
Yeah, attacking me from the 2nd floor.
Yeah, they can jump. They can jump really high.
I guess it did jump your fence, but
yeah, those things can
jump. My window right now is about 20 feet to the ground, so
yeah, they'll run right up the wall like those John Wick dogs.
So you haven't had any problems with them since?
No, I've taken precautions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got some little alarms along my fence that set off like dog whistles, and they're motion censored. They seem to be working pretty well.
Have they set them off?
I've seen them go off at night because they light up too. I don't know what sets it off, but I also, coyotes tend to hunt at dawn and dusk, so I just don't keep the chickens out during those times too.
That's smart. That sounds like a fun thing for me. One night if I'm bored, I'll just come and check your defenses.
Yeah.
You'll just see me crawling over your fence.
Well, I've got cameras too.
Well.
Anyway, by the way, we are live on Facebook and YouTube as usual. We're also live on Twitch for the first time tonight. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know anything about Twitch. I just saw it was an option to add it. So
We're only about 15 years too late, but we'll give it a shot.
yeah, I think,
I think if we were going to be successful on Twitch, I would need to have be playing my video games down in a corner.
Next week we're going to be live on MySpace.
Hmm.
See how that goes. Yeah, I don't know anything about Twitch. I don't know what it is. I've never been on it, but I'm on it now. So welcome if you're viewing from Twitch.
It started with a way for people to watch their favorite video gamers play video games.
I should have started OnlyFans instead.
Well,
the first picture we'll post is a picture of your hand.
Well, it's not a very good picture. It's just a small cut.
Yeah.
I think you might do better with a picture of your feet.
People are into that. They're into mechanic hands, probably. There could be a niche market for that.
Maybe. We could give it a shot.
That could be the name of the OnlyFans channel, Mechanic Hands.
So, did I miss anything over the last 5 weeks with UFC? I haven't been paying much attention.
Not really. I didn't get a chance to watch the fights last week myself. I went back and watched them again, but I was in Daytona cornering one of my fighters for an amateur Muay Thai championship fight, and he did win, and it was an awesome night. So I drove out to Daytona Saturday morning. I got to his hotel. We were just kind of hanging out for a bit, shooting the shit, and then went over to the venue, got him ready to go. This was the first time I've ever cornered against a fighter that I knew personally. So he was fighting. By the way, my fighter's name is Jack Birge. Shout out to Jack. He did an awesome job on Saturday night. I was super proud of him. He won pretty much every round. He may have lost the third round, but he definitely won 1, 2, 4, and 5. Fought an awesome fight. Very proud of him. But he was fighting a guy by the name of Corey Cruz, and I knew Corey because I had commentated some of his fights previously, so I knew that he was very technical, very dangerous. He's very long. He's got a lot of good long-range weapons, and he's got a lot of nasty elbows too. But I interviewed him, I think, a handful of times before his fights so I could do the commentary. And very nice guy, very respectful. So it was hard to get into kill mode, and I know it was for Jack too because he knows Corey, he knows he's a nice guy. They were very cordial to each other at the weigh-ins and everything. And he was very respectful after the fight. He came over to me and told me I did a great job with Jack, and he had a lot of nice things to say. But the fight was awesome. I mean, Jack did pretty much everything I knew he could do. It was just a matter of executing it. And he pretty much dominated the fight. So it was awesome. He retained his title for Dynasty Fights, 170-pound title. It was an awesome weekend. Stayed the night out in Daytona because he was the main event. So by the time he was done, it was almost midnight. So I wasn't going to drive back 3 hours after that. So got a little hotel on the beach and came back on Sunday.
At least the guy, if you want to corner against somebody, you want somebody that's the way you explained, a smart kid that knows what's going on. So he probably didn't take offense, not offense like Ronda Rousey takes against Joe Rogan's commentary, but
yeah. I want to get into that too, but let's save that for the news portion. Last week I was telling you before the show, I went 1 for 5 on my picks, and this is why I don't make picks. So I picked Randy Brown, he lost. Picked Joseph Morales, he lost. I picked Ismail Bonfim, he lost. I picked Ricky Simone, he lost, and I picked Muslim Salikov, and he lost. So if I ever make picks again, guys, and you want to make some money, just bet against whatever I say, I guess. But the fights were pretty good last week. I know you watched them.
Yeah, I watched them. I just kind of it crept up on me, but they've just all delivered some quick fights. You know,
Yeah, I mean, every fight on the main card was a finish.
yeah, it was a good card.
What do you think about the Randy Brown stoppage? It was fair.
Fair enough. We don't know we're not in there.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's a tough call for the ref. I mean, he was taking a beating. He could have taken some life-altering shots potentially. So you got to err on the side of caution, even though it is a main event, high stakes. Could have been the last shot at a title run for Randy Brown, but I see Tisha Pennington lost on the undercard as well. I didn't know she was still fighting.
I think she retired, or she made it she did everything but retire.
All right. Well, happy retirement, Tisha. Enjoy being a mom.
You know, a fight I want to just touch on was the big scandal with the betting.
Okay.
Isaac Bulgarian.
Yeah, I did get into that a little bit last week, but let me hear your take on it.
Well, I just have it's very short opinion on that. It's maybe a hot take. We don't need to argue about it, but I think if you are going to fix a fight, you should hold auditions with the fighters, because that was a terrible performance.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what the situation was? Maybe somebody was threatening his family. Maybe he owed somebody a lot of money. Maybe somebody made him an offer he couldn't refuse. The guy's probably making, 12 grand a show, which is not much considering you got to give 20% to a coach or manager, and then you got to pay for your fight camp. You got to pay for training partners sometimes. He probably only walks away with a few grand. So if somebody comes along and offers you, let's say $200,000 to throw a fight, it might be pretty tempting.
Well, we're going to do a little bit of speculation here, but I didn't realize this right away, but when I saw the article, I was reminded of it. Do you remember when Paddy Pimblett was, he got signed to Barstool Sports, and he was the first Barstool Sports sponsored fighter?
Yeah, and then they signed
around the
Molly
same
McCann,
time.
right?
I watched, it was called Dana White's Looking for a Fight. Have you ever seen that YouTube show? It's where Dana and
yeah, that's the one that Marab got into the UFC on.
Well, they did an episode with the Nelk Boys. Are you familiar with the Nelk Boys?
Vaguely.
They're the ones that you'll see videos of them gambling with Dana in Vegas and all these high stakes tables. Well, they were on an episode where this Isaac Bulgarian won his contract, and he was going to be the Barstool Sports, not Barstool, Nelk Boys sponsored fighter. And at the time, he was living in an RV or a bus or something, and I think they bought him a house or rented him a house or something. And I just found that odd that they're connected up with some young kids that Dana invited into the UFC world. And it's all it's not, I have no, this is just me riffing.
And they are big gamblers.
They're giant gamblers. You know how gambling goes. You only post the big gambles, the big wins, we know that doesn't happen all the time. And I did listen to the Note Boys put out an episode this week of their podcast, which is so irregular. I mean, once every couple weeks. And it was titled, what's that?
Kind of like us.
Yeah. Well, but they discussed, the title of the episode was something about they discussed the UFC betting scandal. And I skimmed through the episode to find it, and it was only maybe a 1 minute section of it. And they're like, oh yeah, you remember that guy, did you hear about the betting problem? And they're like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that guy. Wasn't he supposed to be like sponsored by us? It was very odd to me.
Yeah. So but they did acknowledge it.
They titled their episode about it, but then spoke about it for a very short amount of time and acted like they didn't know who the guy was.
Well, they meet a lot of people. They go to a lot of events. I'm sure they socialize in much larger circles. It may not
I
have
mean,
been as
yeah, it's all
many.
speculation, but it just seemed odd to me that they
Yeah.
flew out
I
with
get
Dana to watch a fight. They're going to sponsor this kid. Whatever happened, maybe they didn't sponsor him. I don't know. But fast forward to these guys obviously gamble a lot, and I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole situation was weird because it's like they act like the news is acting like gambling's terrible and all this shit. And it's like, well, but the UFC posts live odds. Like they kind of brought it on themselves a bit. I mean, we
Yeah.
base the show now off gambling, even though we aren't actually making money off of it. We're
Yeah.
losing money, and maybe I'm better at picking fights than I know. It's just the freaking things are fixed.
It could be, but it seems like when they are, it gets outed pretty quick. It's not like in the old Pride days when guys used to throw fights, but actually, take a beating.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Dana's got a Netflix special about his gambling coming out next week.
Hmm.
Like it's just they follow him around gambling for a couple days or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't bet on the UFC, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's gambling.
Yeah.
How can you argue? Oh, well, uh, I'm responsible. I gamble millions of dollars on baccarat.
Yeah. Well, when you got deep pockets like that, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but
I mean, some people got deep pockets too, because the rumor is that $16.5 million came in on this Bulgarian to win,
wow.
which that's
I wonder what the statistics are on like the average amount of money that comes in on.
oh no, a single bet. It was a one
Oh,
bet.
oh, okay. Did they find the guy that made
I
that
mean, I'd
bet?
imagine they did. I don't know. I'll call cash afterwards.
Isn't there a limit though? I thought there was a limit to how much you could bet.
It depends who's taking the bet.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, this was a Hard Rock app, which is also a Florida thing that is where the Nelk boys happen to be, but that's neither here nor
Oh,
there.
okay.
It's where we are also, so maybe I put that bet in. Who knows?
Yeah, got an extra 16 mil lying around. You just quadrupled it or something. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. But yeah, I see how you connected the dots on that one. Good detective work.
Yeah.
Let's maybe we could look a little deeper into that, or maybe we don't want to. We'll
No,
end
I'm
up,
good. That's far enough. I got
yeah,
no problem against the Nelk boys.
maybe we shouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah.
They'll target us next. They could be watching
Yeah, if
on
the
Twitch
FBI
right
wants
now.
to look into my, I have probably made hundreds of bets this year that total like, well, however many bets I made, that's times $1. That's how many bets I've made.
Yeah. So not a lot of volume, but a lot of volume, but not a lot of money involved.
Yeah, not very high stakes.
All right. Well, let's talk about betting on UFC 322 here.
This is like when you look at the fights, you're like, damn, this is a badass pay-per-view with no personality. And I'm not complaining. I don't really give a shit about that. There's a lot of fights, but it's like there's no one to like. Islam Makhachev is the biggest personality to sell this fight.
Yeah. Well, you got Carlos Prates has got a lot of personality. His English isn't great. You got Nickal on here. I guess he doesn't have a big personality, but he's definitely a marketable fighter.
Yeah, but he's not even on the main. He wasn't even at the press conference. The press
Yeah.
conference was today, and it was Islam was the most outspoken guy.
Yeah. Islam's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's kind of funny, but you got to know, like, he's not funny if you haven't listened to him before.
Yeah. He's very dry. Very
He seems like
dry.
a cool guy. On Embedded, he was just fishing in New York. He's just stopping in the bait shops, be like, "Give me some worms. I'm gonna go fish."
Nice.
Della Maddalena's like going to Rangers games, and
I don't know where
Islam's like,
I
all
don't know
right.
where a good place to fish in New York is.
Well, he said he didn't catch a damn thing, but he's
Yeah.
just fishing.
Was he fishing in the Hudson River?
I think so.
Ugh. I wouldn't even want to touch a fish that came out of there. Ugh. Anyway. All right. So the main card starts out with Beneil Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis. So we're familiar with Saint Denis because he fought our buddy Matt Frivola. So Dariush was on a bit of a decline. Back-to-back knockout losses to Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. And then he came back and won against Renato Moicano in his last fight by decision. So not a ton of momentum going into this one. And Denis, the god of war, is on a 2-fight win streak. Both back-to-back submissions over Kyle Prepolek and Mauricio Huffy, another Fighting Nerds guy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, he lost to Renato Moicano by TKO and got famously knocked out by Dustin Poirier. So, yeah, Dariush is coming off a win, not like a career-defining win, and Saint Denis has back-to-back submission wins, but not against the highest level competition. I would imagine the odds are pretty even and probably lean towards Saint Denis.
Yeah, well, they're actually big, little bigger. Minus 185 on Saint Denis.
Okay.
Plus 154 on Dariush.
Okay. So where's your dollar going?
It's going with the God of War here. Beneil's just getting up there in age. You mentioned he gets knocked out. That's a chin, not a very good chin against Saint Denis. I don't think is a very good thing.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I don't think Saint Denis will be able to submit him, but yeah, he can definitely knock him out. I mean, Dariush has some power on his side as well, but he hasn't had a win by knockout since 2020 against Scott Holtzman. Back-to-back knockouts, though. He had that one really good knockout over Jakar Close right before that too, back in March of 2020. Yeah, I don't have anything wrong with you picking the favorite here. So let's move on to the fight I'm probably most excited about on this card, Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates. So this is a guy he's just fun, right? He's gonna smoke a pack of cigarettes before the fight, and he's all covered in tattoos. His fight with Ian Gary, though, he just did not show up. I mean, it was his first main event, 5-round fight. He just didn't do a whole lot in that fight, and time will tell if that's because of Ian Gary or because he just had an off night. But then he bounced back with that spinning back elbow knockout of Jeff Neal in August. So he's got a little heat coming into this one. Leon Edwards, the former champ, after he lost his title to Bilal Muhammad, got submitted by Sean Brady, who's also on this card. Man, even though he's coming off back-to-back losses, I would still think Leon Edwards is a slight favorite.
No, plus 140, opposite minus 166.
That's surprising. That's surprising because you got the former champ who lost to two high-level guys, and you have Prates, who has not fought, nearly to the same level as Leon Edwards. I mean, his only main event was a loss. And to a guy who is not yet the caliber of the people that Leon Edwards has fought and beaten. So it's a little surprising to me that Leon Edwards is the underdog, but that's why I don't write the odds. And I don't make the picks either based on the picks I made last week. So you tell me what you're doing with your dollar on this one.
Well, I'm going with the Fighting Nerds, and I'm actually going to go by TKO at plus 165. We're going to get some plus odds.
Okay.
I know someone else is going to be rooting for Carlos Prates. I don't know if you saw Ian Gary posted a video of him and his son, and he's asking his son who his favorite fighter is, and he says Carlos Prates.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is his son? Is he little?
I mean, maybe 4, 5, 6. Just the little guy. But
That's funny. So
I
Ian,
don't know.
rooting for him.
Carlos's loss against Ian Gary, I kind of like to see the guys with this awesome potential get that loss early and kind of, and he came back well from it. So I'm going to keep going with the momentum here. And I don't think it's looking good for Mr. Leon Edwards.
All right.
And his coach bugs me. I don't know why. Can't stand that guy.
I don't even know who his coach is.
He's the one that they should really cast him in like the next Rocky movie or something. He's really good at it, but it's like it just doesn't apply to the situation.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of coaches who, try and take some of the spotlight. I don't really vibe with that.
I don't know if he's trying to take the spotlight, but he's he'll like, Leon, you got to dig deep from the depths of blah blah blah. And it's like, this is a video. He's sparring at practice. Like you don't need to hear that right now.
Yeah.
So maybe he is trying to, like, the embedded cameras are there and he's trying to steal some shine. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm glad there weren't cameras in my fight camps because you just hear me yelling like, "You're gonna lose. You're fighting like shit."
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on your fighter, right? Some fighters you got to do that, and some might need to hold their hand.
Yeah, some you got to build them up a little bit. Fighters can be fragile sometimes. Yeah, they do need a little hand holding. All right, so you're going with Saint Denis and Prates. So you're betting 2 favorites so far. Next, we have Michael Morales, who's undefeated, 18-0, and Sean Brady, whose only loss is to Belal Muhammad, coming off of that submission win over the former champ. Before that, he beat Gilbert Burns and Kelvin Gastelum back-to-back, and he's got the loss to Belal Muhammad back in October 2022, so 3 years ago, last time this guy lost. And then before that, he had a pretty good run going into that fight. I mean, Sean Brady's just a super tough dude. Morales, the Ecuadorian fighter, also has a win over Gilbert Burns, knocked out Neil Magny, beat Jake Matthews, beat Max Griffin, beat Trevin Giles. This is definitely a big step up in competition for us. Wouldn't know where to begin to make the odds for this one. So to me, it's a pick 'em.
Kind of. Plus 114, minus 135. Sean Brady, minus 135.
Okay. So Sean Brady's just a slight favorite. I could see that. He's got, his only loss was in a title fight. Yeah. So,
was that a title fight?
Against Belal Muhammad, wasn't it? Let me see if I gotta correct myself here. Let's see. Belal Muhammad won the title from Leon Edwards, right? And my Sherdog just crashed.
I mean, Sean Brady fought Belal Muhammad in 20. Yeah.
Stand corrected. So Belal Muhammad never defended the title. So he beat Leon Edwards and then he lost it to Della Maddalena. But he did finish Sean Brady. All right. So which way is the buck pointing?
So Morales is a scary son of a bitch. I think Sean Brady, I kind of was rooting for him to get the title shot against JDM over Islam. I mean, I could see why they gave it to Islam.
Sure.
But I don't know. Sean Brady, I have a hard time counting him out. So I'm going to take him at minus 135.
Yeah, he's a tough dude. And I guess he was going through some stuff going into the Belal Muhammad fight. So he didn't feel like himself. So if he shows up, he should make a pretty good run for it to give this kid his first loss. But like you said, Morales is just crazy.
Yeah, he's scary. And he wears like women's dress or not dresses, overcoats.
It's a trending thing now.
Oof.
Just, dressing like women. It's just what people do these days. Yeah,
He's not dressing like a woman. He just wears the coat.
Oh, okay. Just the
He's just
coat.
wearing a coat.
He's not going the full Monty on it.
I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. I didn't take a look down there.
Well, he's probably transphobic. Anyway, it's an exciting fight. Like, the more I've been talking through it, the more I'm kind of going back and forth. I mean, Sean Brady can definitely gut this one out. I mean, he's got great wrestling. He's solid everywhere. And Morales just has that wild card of he could end the fight at any moment. So we'll see. It seems like Morales is best when he gets off to a good start. So Sean Brady's going to have to get right in his face and stay there and put pressure on him. I'm sure he's been watching the Jake Matthews fight and the Max Griffin fight. Those guys are pretty good at putting pressure on, and they didn't get knocked out by Morales. Whereas a guy like Neil Magny, who's more of like a counter fighter, I guess Magny fights with a pressure style sometimes too. But yeah, got knocked out. And Gilbert Burns is just tough as shit. He just goes in there and starts swinging with anybody. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, so that's a fun fight. I mean, it's a fun night for the welter division overall. We've got some great fights. I'm sure a couple of these guys are hoping something will happen to one of the guys in the main event and they can step up. I imagine Sean Brady would be the first pick if that were to happen. But let's assume it won't. And let's talk about the co-main event. So Weili Zhang moving up to flyweight to challenge Valentina Shevchenko for the flyweight title. So Weili vacated the strawweight belt, right? That's why Mackenzie Dern is the champ.
Correct.
Her last losses were both to Rose Namajunas in November 2021 and April 2021. So it's been a while since she's tasted defeat. She's coming off a win against Tatiana Suarez. Shevchenko. Both of these ladies are 37, I believe. Shevchenko coming off the win over Manon Fiorot and Alexa Grasso. Before that, she had the draw with Alexa Grasso and the loss to Alexa Grasso. So they're 1-1-1 are those ladies. So, I know the odds makers love Weili Zhang, but I would still think that Valentina is a slight favorite here.
Yeah, the odds are actually the exact same as the last fight, minus 135 for Valentina and plus 114 for Weili.
Okay, yeah, that's about where I thought it would have been.
And I'm going to go with Weili. This is probably like the most anticipated fight for me in the female division since maybe Cyborg Nunes. I mean, this is a big fight.
Wow.
In my mind, they're much maybe they're much smaller women, but
yeah,
I don't know. This is a big fight, but it seemed these two fighters it's been kind of boring for us because they've really haven't fought anybody. I mean, I know Shevchenko lost to Alex Grasso, but I don't know. The female divisions are just kind of stalled out.
Yeah,
but
it has kind of dried up. I think the turning point was when Amanda Nunes retired, and they just kind of got rid of the 145 division without saying anything. They just took it off the website the next week. And, 135 has been kind of dry since until, Kayla Harrison stepped up. Because, Juliana Pena won the title, but then was injured for a while. So, they got rid of a whole division, and then the next division down was held up for a while. Valentina's just been quietly doing her thing. The thing I'll be interested to see is the size difference when they get in there, because Valentina has fought at 135 and Weili has fought at 115. So but I know she carries a lot of muscle. But I'm interested to see how she's going to look at 125 at the weigh-ins tomorrow, and I think that'll be very telling as to how the fight's going to go, because Weili might have better wrestling, and I think that might be the only category I would give her an advantage in. I think Valentina's a better striker. She's more technical, and I think she's got better submission skills. Um, but
See,
Wiley's
I was picking this fight on a different metric, and I was thinking about speed, and it seems
okay.
like Weili is keeping that speed
Yeah,
better than Valentina is. Now
that's
that might
true.
not be with some of Valentina's strikes, but I just see Weili being able to get in there and get the takedown.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right, and it's a 5-round fight, so anything could happen. That's why we watch. I hear my alarm going off. I don't know if you hear that.
No,
Oh, good. Yeah, my dog's barking at something. It's probably just chasing my daughter. Hopefully, she's telling her to go to bed because it's
how's
almost.
the dog going? Is it going well?
Yeah, it's great, man. We love having a dog in the house again. Yeah, she's been awesome. She's
It's good. It was a long time.
yeah,
And then when you finally get the dog, you're like, what the hell did we wait so long for? But it is what it
yeah.
is.
Well, our daughter was just a baby when the last dog died, so raising a toddler, a baby, and then a toddler is challenging enough. So we didn't want to throw a dog into the mix and training a dog. So now Ariana's at like a great age where like she takes care of that dog so well, and she looks forward to seeing her every day when she gets home from school. I think we waited for like the perfect age um for her to have a dog. Um she's responsible with her. She walks her. Um so yeah, it's been awesome. And then she won the Halloween costume contest. We dressed her up as Dolly Parton.
I
And,
saw that. That's a cool.
yeah, she won the first prize there. Got a whole basket full of dog treats that she's still working on. I don't think she's even halfway through them.
Nice. Maybe you should try some.
Probably could. I mean, it's just like it's just like dehydrated beef liver and stuff. It's all natural stuff, fish skin, and I think there was like dehydrated chicken. It's all like
Food.
just food we would probably eat, not like, you know, the stuff that's on the shelf for the dogs.
You know, like the stuff when we were kids and make the dog poop turn white. Do you remember that?
Yeah. And Step Brothers, they make them lick the white poop.
The white poop. Your stepbrother. I didn't even know you had a stepbrother.
No, the movie Step
Oh,
Brothers.
movie.
Yeah.
That you're telling me some deep regressed memory you had.
No.
Your
I don't.
stepbrother making you lick white poop.
No. Well, that definitely wasn't me. I wouldn't lick poop. I'm germophobic. Mark Fellows says Doggy Parton. Her name is actually Dolly Pupton. She was named affectionately after Dolly Parton.
I'm gonna have to side with Mark here. I like that one better.
But you can't name a dog Doggy.
Sure, you can.
No.
Most people, hey, come here, doggy. They call them doggy more than their names.
No, we call her Dolly. I mean, my daughter knew she was going to name her dog Dolly before we even got her, and that's why it was between two dogs. And Dolly was definitely the more playful one, but she was like, "Dad, I have to get the blonde one because her name's going to be Dolly." So,
Yeah,
Dolly, it is.
the girl knows what she wants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, every day. And now let's get to the main event. But right before that, if anybody's wondering what I've been sipping on, this is my favorite distillery out of Missouri, and it's Holiday. This is their soft red wheat bottled and bond. So it's 100 proof, aged 6 years. It's a wheated bourbon. You would really like this one, I think.
I probably would. I think you might have gave that to me or talked about it. Did you say it's your favorite distillery or your favorite distillery out of Missouri?
Out of Missouri. I don't think
Okay.
there's even a lot of them, so it's
I was
at the
gonna say
top of a short
there's a
list.
big difference in that title.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan. I've only had this one, and I've had their Rickhouse proof, which was like 120 proof or something like that. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeesh.
So I actually picked this one up when I was in Daytona for a little, pre-fight ritual, deal with the nerves. And yeah, it's real solid. I mean, it's got, if you enjoy the Redwood Empire, this one's like along the same notes. It's just got a little more kick to it.
I've actually made a switch to the Redwood Empire Rye. I think I prefer that one.
What's it called? The Lost Monarch?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good one. And the blended one too. The blend of the rye and the bourbon.
Yeah, well, they're all good. I haven't tried any of the premier ones, but the 3 base ones are all delicious.
I tried the Grizzly, which is their bottled and bond, and it was pretty disappointing. But I got one of the early batches. I think it was batch 2, and I've heard that it's improved since then, but it's a little pricey, so I haven't sprung for another bottle yet. But if anybody has tried a later batch of Redwood Empire Grizzly bottled and bond and you enjoyed it, let me know. All right, with that, let's get to the main event. So Islam Makhachev moves up from lightweight to become a double champ. Now, did he vacate the title or no?
Yeah, he vacated it. There's already a new one, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it's Taporia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so he moves up to challenge Jack Della
Which
Maddalena.
which does go to a point that's bugged me all week, seeing the media. Islam's walking around with a belt. Like, I don't.
Well, he gets to keep it.
Yeah, but keep it. Okay. So everybody that's ever won a belt can walk around with it? I don't think they do. You
Well,
don't see Leon Edwards walking around with a belt.
he never lost it.
I don't know. Maybe I thought too much into it. I just thought it was kind of silly.
Yeah, I guess so. But
Because he also won't be a double champ if he wins.
yeah, I guess not. But I think they just don't let guys do that anymore. They say if you're moving up, you got to vacate. They don't let you hold on to the
I
title.
mean, I agree with that, but I
Yeah,
don't know. Seems silly. But
yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
yeah. It's like a gray area, right? Like he won't technically be a champ, but he also never lost the title.
It's like I
Five
vacated,
in
which
a
means I
row.
gave up my belt, but here it is.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how it's gonna go with like the rubies. Like he's got to start over with a new ruby if he wins this one on the
I
belt.
don't think the Dagestan guys tolerate that Ruby bullshit. I think they
He doesn't care.
probably don't participate in that.
All right, so Jack Della Maddalena coming off of winning the title against Bilal Muhammad, who's a very good wrestler, got some submission threats, got some power. Now he's facing an opponent who has wrestling that is just a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more different. Maddalena does a great job of using his boxing in a way that he's able to frame with his forearms against the takedowns. Now, Bilal Muhammad is a guy who likes to shoot in on the legs. Islam, his wrestling is a little bit different. He likes to close the distance first and then grab a hold of you and drag you to the ground, which is going to be a little bit harder to stop, I think, with just boxing. He's going to have to keep Islam on the outside. Islam also probably a more dangerous striker than Bilal Muhammad. Now, I don't think his striking is on the level of Jack Della Maddalena's, but yeah, I mean, the key to victory here for Maddalena is going to be to use his hands. I'm sure he's not going to want to throw a lot of kicks. Maybe he'll throw some low kicks, but he's not going to be throwing any body kicks at Islam because he doesn't want to get his leg caught and then, end up on the ground for 4 minutes. For Islam, he's going to have to get past the hands of JDM and try and close the distance, bully him up against the cage, drag him to the ground, and do what he does. This is another one I'd be interested to see them at the weigh-ins and see, how the sizes match up. I know, Islam's a big guy. I know he had a hard time making 155, especially the last few fights, especially the first fight with Volkanovski. I think he came in a little heavy for that one. So yeah, but 15 pounds is a big jump. Madeline is not the biggest welterweight.
No, I saw he was eating pizza in New York on Monday.
Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't cut a lot of weight. Um, so yeah, but I still want to see them, side by side at the weigh-ins and really make a determination.
The
So
face-off tonight and yesterday they look pretty much the same.
yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. That's what
Except
I thought.
one has a nose and one doesn't.
He's got a nose. It's just not where it should be. Like somebody melted a Mr. Potato Head. So I would think that Islam is the favorite here.
Yeah, minus 285.
Okay. Yeah, I would have thought maybe minus 200. I wouldn't think that high.
Yeah, that's the odds are what's making me have a hard time with this. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Islam participated in that hand grip challenge thing. That meter that you squeeze.
Yeah.
Islam got the second highest out of anybody that's ever done it in the UFC.
Jesus.
This week.
Who got the highest?
Khalil Roundtree. I mean, and Alex Pierre has tried it. A lot of bigger guys have done it, and Islam damn near got Khalil.
Wow.
He's looking ripped. He's got a crazy pedigree. I mean, the pizza thing I saw, that didn't make me feel good. I mean, I know Islam isn't eating no pizza.
No. He's eating borscht or whatever they eat.
I mean, I'm gonna have to. It's not a fun pick, but I'm gonna have to go with Islam here. I was looking at prop bets to see. It's Islam to win by submission is only plus 180.
Okay.
I guess that's probably the way he would win. Right? I mean, he's not going to win by knockout.
I mean, TKO.
Yeah, but that's plus 600. That's not a. I don't know. We'll go fun here. We'll go Islam by submission.
Okay.
When was the last time he went to decision?
Islam?
Yeah.
Let's take a look and let's see if Jack Della Maddalena has ever been submitted. The last time he went to decision was against Volkanovski in 2023. But other than that, he's finished fucking everybody. The last time he went to the decision before that was 2019 against Davy Ramos. But he's finished Drew Dober, finished Thiago Moises, finished Dan Hooker, finished Bobby Green, finished Charles Oliveira. Decision with Volkanovski. Head kicked Volkanovski. Submitted Dustin Poirier and submitted Renato Moicano. I mean, the guy's a finisher. I mean, in my opinion, he's this might be a hot take. I think he's already surpassed Khabib.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Well, maybe it's not a hot take then. Mark Fellows wants to know what JDM is paying for a TKO.
Plus 450.
Plus 450. And he's how big of an underdog? What's the plus money on him to win?
Plus 230. There's an opportunity to make some money here. I mean, he is the champion of the division. We're talking about a guy,
and he's got great.
That like the biggest criticism of Islam has been he's fought in small guys.
Yeah, that's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault, but it's true. And this will definitely be the biggest guy he's ever fought.
And Islam has been knocked out before. It's been a long time. JDM has been submitted before. Rear naked choke submission loss in 2016 against Darcy Vendy.
He was awesome.
Let's see what old Darcy's up to now. This guy's walking around somewhere saying that he submitted the UFC welterweight champion. Well, hey, Darcy actually is on a 6-fight win streak in Eternal MMA. I guess that's probably an Australian promotion.
Yeah, man, he's got a shitty manager, huh?
He's fighting at 185 now.
And a shitty manager and nutritionist.
I guess he's the champ over in Eternal. So, yeah, I mean, this guy's riding a 6-fight win streak, and now he gets to, when this fight starts, he gets to be like, I submitted that guy.
Well, I guarantee you, if Maddalena defends his title this weekend, if we check the social media of that guy, he'll be making a video to Dana. Hey, Dana.
Yeah.
I beat your champion. And you know Alex Pierre was working in a tire shop? Well, I'm working at a kangaroo farm.
Yeah. He's like, he's going to pull an Alex Pereira and come over to the UFC. But he is fighting at middleweight now. But who knows? This could be the beginning of the comeback for Darcy Vendy.
Yeah.
Or the come up, rather.
The next Alex Pierre.
I'm rooting for Darcy.
What's his name? I want to check his dude out.
Darcy Vendy. Darcy. He's almost got the same name as your dog.
Yeah, he's what people that misgender him call him. No, he's Darcy. A terrifying looking guy. He could be a star.
Ferocious.
You know what might be the issue? It might be the testing.
Maybe that's why he's up at 185. Yeah. He's taking that eternal juice over there. So Mark Fellows says that plus 450 is enough for him to take a gamble on JDM by TKO.
Yeah, I mean that's a good bet. I mean,
what's JDM by submission? Just out of curiosity. Wow. He's got 2 submission wins under his belt. One of them in the UFC. He did submit Randy Brown.
He ain't submitting Islam. It ain't happening.
Unless he rocks him and then puts him to sleep. He also submitted James Duckett in Cage Warriors.
Well, if he rocks him, I recommend that he just stays standing and waits and see what happens. Like, I don't think that'd be a good idea to go down there with him because that's where Islam.
Unless somebody on his team bet on those plus 3,000 odds. Like, hey Jack, I'm gonna throw a few grand on you by submission.
Yeah. So if you rock Islam Makhachev, please.
Jump for the guillotine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take his Islam by submission at plus 180.
Okay. What submission do you see him getting him with? All right. You heard it here, folks. That's the prediction from Matt the Mechanic. Makhachev becomes the champ by submission over Jack Della Maddalena. All right. Let's talk about the undercard a little bit. If I can find it here. So we got Bo Nick coming off of the loss to Rainier de Ritter. Took a knee to the body, I think it was. And he's going against jiu-jitsu specialist Rodolfo Vieira, who, kind of had a rough start in the UFC, who didn't really figure out the weight cut quite right in the beginning. But in his last fight, he beat Tresean Gore, and before that, he lost to Andre Petrosky. I imagine that Bo Nickal is a huge favorite here.
Not huge, but he's 2-1, minus 205 to plus 170. I hope to God Bo Nickal fired his striking coach. Like him going out there and trying to strike with everybody is like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever saw. Like,
Well, except in this fight,
No, I
he
still
should
think
go
this
out.
fight is I think you still use your wrestling. I mean, this guy, he's
Think-
younger. I
You
mean,
think he should take?
you know, we know what the difference between a world champion jiu-jitsu guy and Bo Nickal in wrestling is. It's a huge difference.
Oh yeah, I mean he'll easily take him down if he wants to. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But should he?
I mean, but
Is the
look,
question.
no, I just think it's just dumb to go. Okay, this guy's best skill is, or best position is the same as mine. I'm just gonna go use the least good thing in my striking.
His striking is not terrible though,
No, but it doesn't compare to his wrestling.
but it compares to Vieira's striking.
Well, then what the hell?
I think
Then
the
maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that's
I think the plan's gonna be to stand with him at least early, try and land some big shots, maybe put him away, and then if he gets him tired, take him down towards the end of the round. I don't think he's gonna come out and shoot a double leg off the bat.
well, I think he should.
All right. Well, I think that's the first thing we have to agree to disagree on today. I've been with you on everything else. Another fun fight in the middleweight division: Roman Kopylov and Gregory Rodriguez. I like that fight. Any thoughts there?
Not really. I don't know who Roman Kopylov is. I've seen his name, but he's not coming up. Oops.
He's Roman Kopylov. I always think of him because he's the first fighter you ever used the Mr. Jackpots
Oh, is he?
sound clip with,
Didn't work.
and I always associate him with
I know
that.
Gregory Rodriguez just looks way older than he is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, RoboCop has a fake birth certificate.
But
He's not.
If RoboCop's fight, it's going to be a cool fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming off of that knockout of Jack Hermanson in June. Kopylov is very technical, but Rodriguez definitely has a power advantage. These guys are the same. Kopylov looks like a child next to Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez looks like he could be his dad. I mean, they don't look alike, but he looks old enough to be his dad.
Yeah, some people age like fruit.
Roman
some people
Kopylov, he looks like a teenage actor. Aaron Blanchfield and Tracy Cortez. Any thoughts on that one? That's kind of interesting.
Have they fought before?
Yes, they have, and I believe Aaron Blanchfield won. But yes, Aaron Blanchfield won by split decision. That was an Invicta in 2019. And since then, Tracy Cortez has only lost to Manon Fiorot. And Aaron Blanchfield, hometown fighter, pretty much. She's from New Jersey. Her most recent loss also to Manon Fiorot. And then she beat Rose Namajunas, but the last time she fought was a year ago, November 2nd, 2024.
Yeah, that's a weird fight. They put this fight down
Oh,
here.
wait. Aaron Blanchfield lost to Tracy Cortez.
Oh,
I
okay. So this is the redemption story in Madison Square Garden.
Seems that way. I mean,
And the bettors agree because Aaron Blanchfield's minus 250.
wow. All right. Yeah, I mean, Tracy Cortez is a good fighter. She's not the most polished, but she finds ways to win. She's very gritty. Let's see. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Kyle Dawkins and Gerald Mearshart is a fun fight. Two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, so they're probably gonna strike the whole time.
Angela Hill just doing the damn thing.
Angela Hill, what a man. There was a while where she was fighting like every 3 weeks.
Yeah, she hasn't fought since August, but I swear to God, it was quicker than that, but guess not.
Yeah.
Now she's fighting this Fatima Klein lady. She is a big favorite.
We got a comment about your shirt, Matt.
Oh,
Cook's Auto World wants to know what the stain is.
oh, I need to have her work on that.
Oh, is he talking about the Ohio State logo?
Yeah,
Oh, because he's in Michigan.
yeah. And he,
It's a little
for the one
rivalry,
time
right?
in his life, he's in a position where he can talk shit.
Why is Michigan doing better?
Yeah, they've been on a bit of a streak.
We got Slava on this fight. Vyacheslav Borshachev is fighting Mataus Camilo. And then we got this guy. I want to look this guy up. He's undefeated, 10-0. Basengor Susurkayev. He's from Chechnya. 24 years old. Looks like he finishes everybody.
Did you say his record is
10-0. He's only been to decision once.
now? See, Google has his record as 8-6-1.
Really? On Sure Dog, he's 10-0.
That's
Huh.
it's weird.
Interesting. I was looking at another
Chase-
site
before.
before.
Chase Hoover submitted him in the UFC.
You're talking about Bisengor Susurkayev?
I don't know.
This guy's a 185 pounder.
I'm sorry, I mixed up my. Oh yeah, you're right. I mixed up my long ass names that end in V.
Ryan says, I got to take it when I can get it. That's
yeah,
what he
damn
says.
straight. You got about 2 weeks, buddy.
That's what he says at the bars in Ybor City, too. All right. Anything else on this card you want to touch on?
Yeah, we just talked about it all.
I mean, this is a great card, top to bottom, really. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good one. The only thing that's bad about that is the time has changed and it starts at 10 p.m.
That's gonna be.
And there's 2 title fights.
I'm gonna be up early on Saturday, refereeing some Muay Thai fights. So I'm gonna have to try to take a nap at some point during the day if I'm gonna stay up for this. But I want to. I mean, this is the first pay-per-view in a while where I want to stay up for the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a quality card. Probably top 3 of the year, right? Well, at least before the event happens.
On paper, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we haven't had there hasn't been a whole lot of, there's probably only been like 2 or 3 where I've been like, I want to see this one start to finish.
I hope that turns around next year with Paramount.
Yeah, well, Paramount will be a little different. At least, you don't have to pay for a pay-per-view and then end up having to find a stream anyway because the pay-per-view doesn't work.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
All right. Did you have any other news, or do you want to get into the
really,
Ronda Rousey stuff?
Well, I mean, even if you want to talk about it, I think Joe Rogan effectively squashed that this week.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I felt the same way. I mean, it's like I wasn't around when Ronda was fighting. I mean, I guess I watched a couple of her fights, but I wasn't a huge fan. But I always kind of thought she had like the Kobe mentality, and what Joe said just nailed it. He's like, yeah, she had to hear me talk, favorable about her opponent.
Yeah, and he admitted he thought Amanda was going to beat her, and I think he was vocal about that.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
It is what it is. Like, having done commentary now, obviously, I've never done it to the level of Joe Rogan, but I always have in the back of my mind, like, these fighters are going to go back and watch what I'm saying about them, and I'm critical at times. I just call what I see. If I see them in a bad position, I'll say they're in a bad position, or they're doing the wrong thing, or they could have done something different. And I wonder if they're gonna go back and look at that and hate me. But if they do, like, I don't think I would take it personally. They're just being emotional about having a bad performance and having somebody point it out. Like, that's not something anybody really wants to hear. As far as Joe Rogan being an expert, I mean, in my opinion, he definitely is. I mean, he's done multiple martial arts. He's a black belt in jujitsu. Like, he knows what he's looking at when he sees a fight. Um, Now, does he have the same insight as someone like a Dominic Cruz or a Michael Bisping or one of these other analysts? No. Um, as far as color commentary goes, I mean, as far as color commentary goes. Um, but you know, an expert doesn't have to be somebody that's actually doing it. Like, we have rocket scientists who have never been in space.
Yeah, expert's stupid is a stupid term, really. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and even if you don't consider him an expert, I think it's kind of ignorant to say he doesn't know what he's talking about.
yeah, I mean, expert what? Expert commentator or expert coach, expert fighter? He's
Sure.
definitely an expert commentator. I mean, I don't think he would be the guy that like, hey, you're about to make it in the UFC. What coach should I bring on? I think I'm going to bring on Joe Rogan. Probably not the
Yeah.
expert in that, but I just think it was silly. The whole interview with Bert Kreischer was silly. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
stand up for your friends a little bit. Like, you should,
yeah, but he's kind of a people pleaser. He's kind of, and it aren't he and Rogan on the outs a little bit?
no, well, they're not on the outs. I mean, they're
I
both make.
I I think he did stand up for a little bit. He's like, "Well, he did taekwondo," and I think he just wasn't, like, picking up what she was saying, really.
I don't know. I just thought it was a stupid. Why is she doing Bert Kreischer's? She hasn't done an interview forever. You're doing Bert Kreischer's thing and talk about you're going to beat his ass.
Is that what she did?
No, but
I didn't hear
she's
the whole interview. I just heard the clip of her talking about
she
Joe
he
Rogan.
there was something he's like, "Are you going to fight again?" And she's like, "No, I'd only fight for like $1 billion or something." And
Okay.
then he's like, "Well, what about me?" She's like, "Well, I'd fight you for your house in your backyard." But she's kind of funny, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I just that whole situation. What you got to tip your hat to Joe Rogan because he expertly just handled it, reacted
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, I mean, he said all the right things, he doesn't
You could
hold
tell it was
anything.
definitely prepared because that was on a podcast with Jeff Dye, and you could tell it was definitely one of those things like, "Hey Jeff, how you been? I know it's been 2 years since you've been on my show. Hey, I needed to address this. Let's bring up Ronda Rousey in like the first minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk for a while, and then we can start our podcast."
Yeah, maybe. It sounded like Jeff was genuinely curious, though,
Yeah, it
because
was.
he was.
It was. I mean, like, "Hi Joe, what'd you think about Ronda?" Like, it was that quick.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they did get it out of the way quick because I saw the clip on YouTube. It was like a 15-minute clip. So then I went and put the episode on. I'm not really familiar with Jeff Dye. I've seen clips of his stand up. He seems like he's pretty funny. And I
He's
guess
pretty funny. He actually was on a primetime TV show that I think you would like to go back and watch. It was a travel show with him, William Shatner, Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman,
oh,
and
he was on that show?
he was the leader of that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
I
like
watched that show. I don't remember him being there.
yeah, that was I mean, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Jeff Dye was the young guy in that group.
Oh, okay. Cook's Auto World says Joe Rogan would kill Rhonda in any martial art she chose.
Yeah, the question was, would Ronda Rousey kill Bert Kreischer?
Uh, yeah, yeah. She could probably throw him around.
Better late than never was that show.
I mean, I've seen Kayla
Wow,
Harrison in the
10
room.
years ago. Oh, go ahead.
I've seen Kayla Harrison in the room, like, throwing around grown men. Um, I mean, she's bigger than Rhonda, but You know, that judo pedigree is definitely legit. Like she's thrown around some big people. Um, but you know, Joe Rogan is also what in his late 50s? He's almost 60, but
Yeah,
he's on every steroid on the planet.
yeah, he has like his steroid people are just like up the road,
He's
ways to
probably
well. I think they come visit his house every morning.
he's probably what 5'8", 190 pounds. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
I don't think so. I think Rogan can handle it. I think that kick he's got is a beast.
Yeah, what I don't know a lot of people that could take one of those kicks.
But other than that, the news isn't much. I mean, it's just more White House talk, cringy call outs by John Jones.
Yeah, that's awkward.
We haven't talked since the Tom Aspinall thing. That was so unfortunate for Tom Aspinall. He just seems like he can't catch a fucking break.
Yeah, it's the best meme I saw was if he can't take an eye poke from Cyril Gahn, he definitely can't take one from John
I mean
Jones.
that's funny, but I mean, but let's be honest. What benefit did he have to keep fighting, even if he could like kind of see like leave him alone? Like he got
Yeah,
poked in the eye, big time.
yeah, yeah, none. There was no benefit to it, but unfortunately, in this business, um, you know, not being able to continue, it, you know, makes you look like a bitch to the casual fans. Even
Yeah, well, then to hell with the casual fans. I was brushing my dog's hair the other day, and one of the hairs flew up and landed in my eyeball, and it ruined my day. So I can only imagine what some big French guy's fingers, you know, Three Stooges style in the eye can feel like.
yeah, he penetrated him big time. He got all the way in there with that French digit. Um, yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate, and the person who came out looking the best in that is John Jones because his whole thing was, you know, why would I risk fighting this guy when nobody knows what his career is going to be like? And you know, he kind of fumbled that a little bit. He could have played it a little better, a little
Talk
more.
about a fumble. Did you see the thing he put out today?
No, what did
He
he
put
do?
out some like he should play a little bit of it.
Let's go to the clip.
I don't have it.
All right, let's not go to the clip. Can
It's
you
like a
get it?
self monologue about how he's an American, and he deserves to fight in the White House. And
Yeah,
it's
but he's
just
also an American criminal. How many charges? Does he have felony charges?
I don't think he has any charges against him anymore.
Really?
I think all that stuff got
Not for the hit and run, nothing?
what hit and run. No, that's all. That wasn't him.
Not for
That
headbutting the cop car?
man, I don't think that's a felony.
It's not? Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'm sick and tired of talking about why they're talking about the White House. We only have like we got a bunch of fights before then, and there's only one pay-per-view left. It's
It
headlined by the show favorite, Mr. Marab, but
but it kinda speaks to the vibe of the UFC right now. Like, there's not a lot of it's not like it used to be where there was always something to look forward to. Like, back when there was only pay-per-views, like, every 2 or 3 months, and you had to have the buildup, it was a lot more exciting. So I think
yeah, but you have a lot more crazy characters then, and I think now it's a lot more professional.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like you don't if NFL players acted like UFC fighters, in the Nate Diaz era, they'd be like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy? We need to throw his ass in rehab."
Yeah, that was, like, the attitude era of the UFC. Now we're kind of, like, in the professional era, I guess.
Yeah, who knows?
You need to throw some wild cards in there. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of the excitement has been gone from it because it's like oh, those fights sucked, but there's more fights next week. Like, it's no big deal. Like, you're not forced to look forward to anything. So when something new and different comes along, like fights at the White House, it gives people something to look forward to.
Yeah, but it also doesn't. I feel like we're falling into a UFC 300 trap. Like I saw Brandon Royval did a podcast this week where they asked him if he would like to fight on the White House card, and he's like, "Fuck no, I don't want to fight on the White House card. D- It's on the lawn of the White House. It's outside, and there's going to be a bunch of VIPs there. I want to fight for the fans. I don't want to fight for these assholes.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea that they shouldn't do because they can't execute it. They're going to soak up a bunch of them. Like they're going to put 4 or 5 main events on the main card and wreck the year of fights because they have all these big fights in front of a bunch of VIPs that don't even know what the fuck's going on."
Yeah. But also nobody's gonna ask him to fight on that card anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. But it is fair. That's the letdown to me for that card. Is like they initially like, yeah, it's going to be 400,000 people there, and I'm like, I don't know how that's going to be possible, but that's cool. And then they're like, well, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's probably a security risk. It's where would 400,000 people park?
I don't know. We got to get a hold of Forrest Gump and see how many people were at that Vietnam rally back in the day.
Like I've had a hard time parking near the Capitol when there was like nothing going on.
I don't know. I've never had to park. Whenever I go to DC, I just fly into the Dulles and ride the subway.
Yeah, I used to take the train there quite a bit for work, but I know parking is an issue like around there. Like there's a street parking, there's all kinds of rules. Like they're going to have people park like somewhere else at some other like a like the baseball stadium or something and then
Well, they're
bus
not going to have
over.
people park anywhere because there's only 2,000 people going to be there.
Oh yeah. Well, they still might have to have them park at the baseball stadium and bus over.
But yeah, the news is what it is. I mean, like I'm looking at the news here. The other big story is that Connor's not in the new Roadhouse.
Well, that's didn't he just get beaten in the first one? Why would he come back?
Well, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But
I
I
didn't
like
even know there
some
was
of
a
the
new
new ones.
Roadhouse.
It's Wonder Boy, Tyron Woodley, some other guy. I did just watch the newest Naked Gun. Have you caught that movie yet?
No.
Did you like the Naked Gun franchise in the past?
Yeah, of course.
Well, then you should definitely check out the new one. I really enjoyed it.
Who
And
plays
there's a
Leslie
scene.
Nielsen?
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen, Pamela Anderson.
No, but who plays it in the new one?
Oh, Elam Neeson.
You mean Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, all right.
It's pretty good, but there's a scene in there that's got John Anik, Bisbing, not to ruin it, with Justin Gaethje, Tyron Woodley.
All right.
What's his name? Bruce Buffer gets in a physical altercation. It's pretty. It was pretty neat.
Bruce Buffer can handle himself. He was a pretty good kickboxer. Yeah, I've been watching I started watching this series on Hulu called Shining Vale. It's
Never
like
heard of it.
it's like a horror series. I don't think anybody's heard of it. It's got Courtney Cox in it, and it's family moves from Brooklyn to a haunted house in Connecticut. They had to get away from some family problems, and it's interesting. But then I got through the first season and I started looking up into it and I found out it was canceled after the second season. But I'm still invested and I plan to find out what happens in season 2.
Yeah, you might as well finish it up.
Yeah, I got to have closure. So I'll let you guys know how it turns out. If you joined us on Twitch tonight, let me know what your experience was like. I can't see how many people
I mean,
are watching.
how did you go on Twitch without an account?
I made an account.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
while I was waiting for you to sign in, I saw it was an option here on Restream, and I was like, all right, well, I have the option to add one more because we were on Rumble for a while, and then got kicked off of that pretty quick. I don't even know why. Not political enough, maybe. But yeah, we got booted off of Rumble, so I had an extra slot, and I couldn't do Instagram live. There's like too many rules. Twitter's not an option. So I saw Twitch on there, and I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll make an account. And now we're on Twitch. So follow us on Twitch. It's at MMA on the Rocks if you're on Twitch, or just stay on YouTube or Facebook, and I don't really care. As long as you're ingesting the show somehow, and leave comments even if you're not watching live. I do go back and look at the comments and respond to them as much as I can. So let us know what you think about Matt's picks and the whiskey and the fight talk and the news talk and all that. If you had any news that we missed, let me know. Maybe we'll bring it up next week. And I don't know. You got anything else you want to get off your chest?
Nope. That's all I got.
All right, then. I guess we will call it a night. And I'm going to pour myself a little bit more of this holiday bottled and bond here. Are you drinking your Colonel Taylor over there?
Yeah, well, I finished it. It's all gone, but I appreciate it.
Was that the end of the bottle?
No. That's the only reason I did the show today. I can only drink from it during a pay-per-view show.
That's the rule, huh?
Yeah, that's the rule.
Well, it's been pretty widely available on the shelf.
Yeah, it's available. I even saw Blanton's is coming down.
Oh, are you looking for Blanton's? I can get you some for $68.
Oh, well then yes, I will definitely buy one because they're 160 still at my store, but yeah, $68 I'm in.
I'll let you know off air where you can grab one, or I can pick one up for you. All right. If you have any comments on whiskey or fights or otherwise, I'd love to hear them. So go ahead and reach out anywhere on social media at MMA on the Rocks. And that's all we got for this week. So until next time, whatever that may be, cheers, everybody. Goodbye.
Next week looks good.